You've been showing up. You're creating content, you're posting, you're doing all of the things, and something still is feeling off. And it's not because you're doing it wrong, but it's because you've never been shown how visibility actually works. This episode is different from anything that you've ever heard before on this podcast. Everything in season 3 is going to build on what I'm about to share with you. And by the end of this episode, you're going to see visibility in a completely different way, one that you won't be able to unsee. I want to officially welcome you to Visibility Unlocked. We are officially in season 3, and in the last episode, I shared with you the rebrand of Shifted to Visibility Unlocked. You see, Shifted got me started in podcasting, which I am so grateful for that I've just finally took the plunge and started podcasting after procrastinating with it for over a year. But at the end of the day, the episodes were really scattered, valuable, but something needed to change. And the change that this podcast needed was some grounding. So I took a little bit of time off to determine what does that actually look like. And what I determined is that we needed an actual destination, not just a collection of episodes. So what that destination really looks like is more visibility from the inside out. And today in this episode, we're going to start at the very beginning, talking about what visibility actually is. So most people think that visibility is about being seen by more people, having more followers, more reach, more content, more posting. And yeah, that's part of it, but it's only one part. Visibility, you see, is not a singular thing. It's also not a marketing problem. It's multifaceted. And until you understand all of its layers, you will keep solving the wrong problem. There are actually 3 layers of visibility, and most people are only working on one of them. So today I'm going to break it down for you, show you all 3, and this last one is going to change everything. So let's start with layer 1. I call this market presence. This is how you show up in the market. It's your content, it's your reach, your voice, your consistency. And this is what most people think of when they hear the word visibility. Now, I want to acknowledge that this layer is real and it matters. You do need to show up. You do need to be consistent. Consistency is the key to growth. You also need to have a voice. But most women are pouring all of their energy into this layer alone by hiring people to do it for them. Maybe they're batching, they're scheduling, they're following formulas. Maybe they're just creating their own plan and just saying, I've got this. But at the end of the day, it feels hollow or exhausting, irritating. You just spent hours creating this content and nothing. You followed their exact formula that you were promised was going to do well and get engagement, and then it doesn't. So why is this happening? Because market presence is the expression. It's not the source of your visibility. And when the source is off, the expression feels off, no matter how consistent it is. So now let's go another layer deeper into layer 2. I call this client presence. So this is about how clear, intentional, and present that you are inside of your existing relationships, whether that's with your clients or it's with your community, who you network with, maybe who you've partnered or collaborated with. This is literally the quality of your delivery and the experience that you create. This is how seen and held your clients actually feel. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's visibility too? Abso-freaking-lutely it is. Because this is where your referrals live. This is where retaining clients lives. This is also where your reputation is actually built, not on social media, but in the room. And most women are so focused on attracting new clients that they underinvest the experience of the ones that they already have. They kind of just take it for granted, especially if you have systems in place, you've built this well-oiled machine and things are just moving along. And reality is that you're putting more energy in trying to bring in new business rather than really nurturing the business that you already have. Now, this second layer, client presence, is also a direct reflection of the third layer. And this is where it gets really interesting because both of these layers, how you show up in the market and how you show up for your clients, are a downstream of something deeper, something that most visibility conversations don't dive into. And that third layer, I call it inner presence. Now, the third layer, this is literally the root of everything. It's how clearly and genuine you see yourself, your sense of worth, your belief in what you offer, your willingness to take up space without shrinking. Now, I'm not talking from a conscious mind or what you're telling other people, or maybe what you are telling yourself. Well, I believe in my offer. Well, how much do you believe in your offer when you go to sell it, when you go to pitch yourself? How much do you believe in your sense of worth when you tell somebody what you charge? What are you really thinking? What's really going on in your mind? You see, it's so easy to sit here and say, I believe in everything that I'm doing. I believe I am worth it. My pricing for what I deliver, my knowledge, my experience, it is worth this price point. It's why I selected it. This is all in our conscious. If you are not getting consistent clients and consistent income, the outside experience that you're having inside of your business is simply a reflection of what is going on in the subconscious, what you really truly believe underneath the surface. You cannot outpost a lack of inner presence. You cannot out-strategy it, out-batch it, or hire someone else to fix it. When your inner presence is strong, then your market presence flows naturally and consistently. When your inner presence is strong, then client presence deepens because you show up without needing to prove anything. And when your inner presence is off, everything built on top of it feels effortful, hollow, or misaligned. So until you see yourself truly, madly, deeply, the way that you want others to see you, they just simply won't. This is not about confidence as a performance or a fake it until you make it. Oh my gosh, can we just burn that saying to the ground? This is about alignment. It's about visibility from the inside out. And that is what Visibility Unlocked is all about. So if visibility has felt hard, exhausting, inconsistent, now you know why. You were likely working with one, maybe two of these layers, while the root layer has gone completely untouched or avoided. And that changes now. This season 3, every episode is going to explain. Season 3, each episode in season 3, Each episode is going to explore one layer, a practice, something that unlocks what's been holding you back from your correct visibility. Some episodes are going to be about market presence, about how to show up in a way that's aligned and sustainable for you. Some will be about client presence, how to really deepen the experience of the people that are already in your world that have already said yes to you. And many, oh, so many are going to be about that inner presence, the practices, the tools, the work that you have to do. Nobody else can do for you, that is going to literally shift what you experience in your client and market presence. Because everything stems from this root. Literally every episode is building on the last. So you're not just listening in and getting a neat new tip to change your perspective. You are literally building something. So I want to leave you with a question. Which layer are you spending the most energy on right now? And which one are you avoiding? That answer is going to be your starting point. So thank you for being here for the start of something new. Next week, I'm going to take you inside inner presence, what it actually looks like in practice, and the specific tools that I use every single month to stay grounded, intentional, and moving forward from the inside out. So the place to go deeper every single week with this work, with the support of others that are going through the same motions with you, is inside the Rising Entrepreneur membership. This is where that inner presence work happens alongside of the client presence and the market presence. We cover all three and what action you can start taking right now, just one little step at a time. We're doing this together as a community with practices and with me. So thank you for tuning in to Visibility Unlocked, and I'll see you in the next episode. Most visibility conversations stop at how you market yourself. And here at Visibility Unlocked, we crack open the 3 layers of visibility: market, client, and inner presence. Because without all 3, you're in the wrong visibility. And the wrong visibility is just as bad as no visibility. So if you've tried tactic after tactic and you're not seeing the results that you desire, then it's time for a completely different approach. Today, I'm inviting you to subscribe and unlock that approach with me and leave a review so others can find this podcast to unlock their correct visibility too. Please note that the information shared in this podcast is not to be intended as legal, health, or financial advice and is for entertainment purposes only. If you are looking for professional advice in any of these areas, please seek out your local professional. Thank you for being here. Until next time, lead your visibility from the inside out.